Okay, well, the basic idea of the research project is, how can Australian society support older people with a lifelong disability transition to retirement, like people without a lifelong disability? So the sorts of opportunities that we find for people, we're deliberately looking at non-disability specific groups, so that is mainstream community or volunteer groups. And the reason that we look at those kind of groups is that people without a disability who retire also tend to do volunteer work or join a local community group. The response from community groups has been absolutely fantastic, and while there have been occasions where we've had to really carefully explain the research project and what we're actually asking from the community groups in terms of supporting a person with a disability join their group. There have been some people who, have immediately heard support person with a disability, and they come back and say, look, I'm not a social worker, I'm not their carer, I am not doing that. I'm a retired person, I'm here to relax and enjoy myself. I'm happy to help them out, I'm happy to show them how to play bowls or join in the group, but don't ask me to be their social worker. And so that's something we've had to then, really clarify. No, we're not asking you to do anything like that. It's just structured support and help to the person while they're at this group to join in the activities.
We'll turn it on and we'll water this section over here. We'll come and show you what goes out.
The reason we use mentors is that there's no point me as a researcher working alongside a person with a disability for 6 months, because I then vanish from their lives. And so if I was the person working shoulder to shoulder with them for that period of 6 months, all of a sudden I go and they're lost. And research on co-worker training shows that if you use natural supports in an environment, it enhances social integration, communication and cohesiveness more so than if you use someone like myself as an outsider. So it's about getting insiders to feel confident, to use their common sense. For example, if a person has to catch a bus home and they need to leave the group at a certain time, they may not be able to tell the time. So therefore they actually need the mentors to remind them, say, hey, listen, it's 1 o'clock, you're going to need to get going to catch your bus now.
Stephen's always been interested in history, the local history of the area.
For people that have supported a family member with a lifelong disability, there have often been a lot of crisis-driven changes over the life course, and so retirement is potentially just another one of those, looming crises waiting to happen. But I think that once we've explained to the family that this is not about the person retiring next week, it's about a gradual transition and dropping one day, then they can see the sense in it being a graded, staged, transition. I think where we're at the moment with the process is that we're realising that it can be hard to support this change in a person's life because it involves so many different people. It involves change where sometimes people struggle with that change. It involves a number of people coming together, which can be tricky. And I think what we're realising is that it's definitely a case management type of role, a disability-specific case management role that would need to pull this together into the future. I think we've shown that it works well for the people that we've supported. I think that all of the people have enjoyed what they've done. It's enhanced meaning in their lives. They've met new people, they've made new friends, they're doing new things, and that's a wonderful thing.